Let's get back to the questions. George says, hello, please help me if you have time. I used to do building work in UK. I had GMB listing with the name of my building services company, and I was ranking #1 in local maps for keywords. See it again? What the fuck is going on? One of you guys is messing with me. You see that?
Oh yeah, I see that, but I don't have that option.
One of you guys are being a prick. Can we answer some questions here?
Chris, no, so this is us. Yeah, I can see that.
That's really strange.
Yeah, somebody's writing on your.
It's gotta be on one of you guys, you pricks.
It's gotta be Zoom.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to answer the questions while you guys continue to distract.
Okay.
All right. So where was I? Let's try this one more time. I was ranking #1 in local maps keywords, builder plus location. However, I'm not doing building work anymore, and I have changed my profile from builder to electrician. So 6 months ago, I changed my GMB name to the new electrician business name. Now, after 6 months, if I type in electrician plus location, I am number 12 in Google Pack. And if I type in builder plus location, I still rank high in first position in the local 3 pack. Please explain. He says, I have a new electrician website linked with my GMB listing, so it has nothing to do with the old website. I can't explain that. GMB does some weird shit. Sometimes like they'll suggest edits, for example, like if you were to, and by the way, guys, remember, don't go into your Google My Business profiles and make a bunch of changes right now, because suspensions can still occur. Obviously he changed the name and it was still it didn't suspend it, but sometimes things will suspend it. For example, if you have a GMB website associated with your GMB profile, but you have a money site, so a self-hosted website is listed as your website, sometimes GMB will automatically switch your primary website to the GMB website URL. And it just does it. And it's shitty because, you know, you have to go in and change it. And in fact, I had a GMB suspend when I went in to change it a while back. It was several months ago, but they forced the change without my approval. Google My Business did, to the GMB website instead of the money site URL. And all I did was go in and change it back, and it suspended it. And it was an automatic suspension. So it was like, as soon as I hit save, it suspended it. And so we had to appeal and get it reinstated. And we got it reinstated, but we had to appeal to the GMB support, support staff or whatever, support department. So I don't know why they're doing that. It's probably just algorithmic, but if you're having an issue with it, then honestly, the only thing I could suggest, and this is, I'd love to hear some other opinions, but that would be to just contact Google My Business support. If it's a legit business with a legit location and you can verify it if needed, again, with Google My Business support, then I would contact Google My Business support and notify them of your issue and make sure that they update it. They'll have to they don't do anything quick at Google, guys. They're like the federal government. They're slow as molasses. So if you start a support kind of thread with them now, it could be several weeks before they update it for you, but it's likely that it will get fixed. And that's just been my experience with Google My Business support. Anybody else?
Yeah, to me, that's a clear sign that it's ambiguous, right? So he's appearing for two different search results, the old one and the new one. He should have shut down the original GMB, just closed it, right? No longer there, and then started another one. He should have gotten another one verified. Now, the only way that this one, that I can see it getting cleared up, is by doing a whole lot of entity work. And I can tell you that it's going to take months and months and months of doing the entity work, of going and finding everywhere where this appears and where you should change, because you're getting links to this. You would have gotten natural links. You would have gotten natural citations, co-citations, all kinds of things. If he ordered citations, which he doesn't say he did, but if he did, that's a problem also, because Google is clearing the cache probably, and then going back and it's finding citations, it's finding links, it's finding all of these things that have nothing to do with what he is now, and probably what he was back then, or now it's finding both. And so of course he's getting results for both, not as powerful as it should be for either one. That's clear. It's ambiguity. What can he do? The only thing to do now, since it's already changed on the same GMB, is to get with a Google rep and to get things taken care of while they're on the phone. Now that isn't necessarily going to help while it's in Google Cache, And while all of these things are going on, I would say come and get the ad ID, well, the SEO shield from MGYB, and that's going to help out a whole lot to clear up the ambiguity. But get it for your new business, not for the old business, of course.
Yeah, and I would almost say I kind of agree with what you started off with, Marco. And if George, if I were you, I would probably mark the building, the original GMB, as permanently closed, and then start a new one. And what I would recommend is if it's the same physical location, so the same address, then what I would recommend is you get a new phone number. It's a new name, obviously. That's what you've been trying to change. But I would get a new phone number. And then I would also, you're going to change your website. I think you said I have a new electrician website. So it's a new URL too. So new name, same address, but new phone number, new website. Then you could register a new GMB at the new address and have that new NAP data, right? Name, address, phone number data, and web address URL, and then start from scratch. You'd still, again, if you follow our methods, buy an SEO shield, which would include the ad ID page, the syndication network, the drive stack and G site. All of that will help to solidify that new entity, and you'll build it right from the ground up. I think Marco was right in stating that it's probably going to be easier and quicker. You'll get results faster starting fresh that way than trying to go back and clean up and reassign all of the existing work that had been done to the builder GMB, because it takes more to clean up than it does to start from scratch with a new asset, if that makes sense. So I would agree with Marco that I think that's probably going to be the better route, but it's critically important that it's a unique name. It could be the same physical location address, but it has to have a unique phone number and a unique web address also, because if you have any two of those data points the same as the previous GMB, then it's going to ambiguate the data and it's going to cause issues. So, but as long as you just have one of those data points the same, which would be the physical location, then you'll be able to start from scratch and build a whole new entity from that. Any other comments, guys?
No.
Okay. Next is this about that I have secured place for some keywords? I don't know what that means. How it is work then? I'm sorry, I don't understand those questions. From time to time, Google is doing some changes to my listing and changing back my electrician name to the builder name. Right. Okay. We just
you answered that. Yeah, the ambiguity. It's clear. It's absolutely clear.
Yeah. Okay. I think that was just more of a comment than a question. So again, I think we pretty well covered that.